Hello, everybody. Duckyworth here, and I'm here to announce my next planned live reaction. I think I have recovered from the insanity that was Titanic: The Legend Goes On, my last recording. And this time, thankfully, I have a film which I have a big feeling that I'm going to end up enjoying for all the right reasons. It is a film that I have seen before, but it's been ages since I've seen it. And seeing as I'd like to watch it again, I was thinking that it might be a good idea to choose it for my next live reaction. And the film is Don Bluth's 1997 film Anastasia. This is a film that I last saw quite a few years ago when I went to visit my sister, and we both really enjoyed it. And it has been a while since I've actually seen a Don Bluth film in general, so I still think the film is a bit of a. I mean, I know that it's got quite a bit of a fan base nowadays, but it's like I think a reason why some people maybe criticize it is because of like the historical inaccuracies, and it isn't at all like historically accurate to what happened with the execution of Tsar Nicholas II and the Romanov family, but it's not meant to be realistic. I think it's more like a fairy tale based around the event and what would happen if someone did survive the execution of the Romanov family. It was in like 2007 when they found her real Anastasia Nikolai Romanov's remains. Hopefully, I've said her name right in full. So yeah. I mean, I know that it's not realistic. It's not realistic. And another thing that I don't really agree with when it comes to this film, I remember, is a lot of people criticising for trying too hard to be Disney. While there are films that do try to rip off Disney films, I don't think this film does it on its own. I don't think this film does that. A lot of people, I've heard some people say that this was just Don Bluth for giving up and just saying that, right, I'll give in, I'm going to try and do a Disney formula. But I don't think it's really fair to criticise a film just because it's an animated musical for a family audience, just claiming it's ripping off Disney just for the sake of that. And holding it on its own merits, I do remember really liking this film, and even though it has been like years and years since I last saw it, I think it'll be a nice idea for me to watch it for my next one. Plus, if my next reaction after this one is the Don Bluth film which I'm having in mind to watch next, Rockadoodle, I think I'm going to need a really good film to help my mind be stable before I begin to leap into that realm of insanity from what I can remember some clips that I've seen. But yeah, I'm going to record it again in two parts, and I'll just it'll probably be tomorrow when I do the full reaction toward it. But I'll let you know when I recorded it, and I'll share the recordings, and I'm really looking forward to this one. See you later, everyone, and take care. So, little bit of a funny story. I'm just about to start my first part of my reaction to a Don Bluth's Anastasia, recording it, but I thought that because Disney bought Fox, this film would be available on Disney Plus, but I had to check, and unfortunately, it isn't. And I tried Netflix, but that doesn't have it on there either. It's a bit of a shame because I was hoping to have it available on a streaming service, because last time when I watched Onward and I tried watching that on my Region 2 DVD, my friends told me that the timing was a little bit out because Region 2 DVDs run a little bit faster than Region 1 DVDs, and so it ended up in my commentary not quite syncing up with the film properly. But I suppose just as a last resort, I've just got my DVD of Anastasia up, and I'm just about to watch it now. So apologies if this reaction is a little bit out of sync. Well, it probably will be out of sync by the end. But let's just see how it goes. Hopefully my reactions to the film will still be fun, because, as I said, I've wanted to see this film for a while, and as it's been a long time since I've last seen it, and but I do remember really enjoying it, so I'm sure I'll enjoy it now. So I've just got the film on my DVD player up, and I'm just about to press play on it. So this is the first half. It says 1 hour 30 minutes and 17 seconds. So halfway is going to be about 45 minutes. So I'm just going to do the first 45 minutes of this recording, and then come back a bit later to finish off the second half. Okay, so I'm just about to press play on the DVD. Here we go. Here we go, everybody. Let me just get ready. Okay. 3, 2, 1, play. It's a bit funny because Titanic is available on Disney Plus, but this isn't. I don't know, and a Simpsons movie is available on there as well, so I just think it's a little bit odd that it's not, that Anastasia isn't on there if Disney bought Fox, but okay. Oh gosh, it's coming back. I really love this film, and yeah, the CGI isn't aged that well, but that's a small thing. Don Bluth and Gary Goldman. Mostly masters of your craft, apart from the film I'm planning to review next time, a Rockadoodle in the future. Angela Lansbury, such a talented actress. God, look at how good the animation is on this. It's so beautiful. And I heard that Don Bluth actually watched the film with Yul Brynner in it as inspiration for this. So it'll be interesting to see what the differences to that is. Oh, there she is. Ah. Oh, and there he is, a young Dimitri. Was that Kirsten Dunst as a young Anastasia? I think I heard of it. It is. God, the animation. I just love it. Oh god, the songs. Yeah, the songs are something else I really loved in this film as well. You'll see home with me once upon a December. Okay, her eyes looked a bit funny there. That was definitely like Don Bluth eye movement. Oh, here he comes, Christopher Lloyd as Rasputin. Now, the thing is about Rasputin is that even though he wasn't responsible for the revolution, I heard that it's like they had him. They gave him such honor with the Romanovs because he helped cure Alexei, or they thought he was looking after him, but Rasputin was doing it for his own self gain rather than any charity. His movements remind me of Jenna now that I think about it. Jenna from A Secret of Nim. Oh. He went all Phantom of the Opera on us. God. Yeah. I remember when I first saw... How would that feel, just having your flesh just ripped off your bones like that? I mean, he's probably insane enough to not care about it, but still. God, I love the designs for those creatures. And I think all that Rasputin actually did was actually open the gate, allowing the peasants to go in with revolution. So, oh. God, look at the colours. Like the orange colours, I really love it. Oh, there's Bartok. Guess a reason why I loved him as a child. It starts with B and it ends with T and it rhymes with cat. Ooh. Ouch. That's gonna hurt. Go run quickly. Christopher Lloyd, aye! But Christopher Lloyd's good in everything he's in, so... Oh. Okay. I know that him just slipping into the ice isn't as effective as like hard as how much it took to kill Rasputin in real life, but if you got your legs trapped in a frozen lake, especially at his age, you probably wouldn't be able to pull yourself out that easy. Oh. Ooh. God, the emotion on my characters' faces as well. And all the detail on this painting, I just love that. Oh, here we go, Anastasia. Oh. Yeah, the CGI hasn't aged that well, but all the other... Ugh. Yeah, St. Petersburg's not looking that clean. And the funny thing is, I actually heard that it's like... If this is under Stalin's rule, I heard that that even though they said that... Even though the Communist Party said that everything was better for the Russians after the Romanovs were executed, as it shows here... it was actually just as bad as ever, but under different people pulling the chains. So, have you heard there's a rumour in St. Petersburg? Have you heard of a rumour on the street? Did not survive. One daughter may still alive. A Princess Anastasia. Please do not repeat. Yeah, my singing probably isn't as good as theirs, but I just love the music. It makes so much. And I can see why they made this a stage musical, because I mean, you can tell that they put a lot of effort into the dancing animation here, even if it's just like rotoscoping. Of his painting, it's Romanov, I swear. Thomas Powers by the pair. You know, I heard it's a little bit funny. I always thought it was funny how Dmitri and Anastasia looked more realistic compared to the other human designs, because a lot of the humans in Don Bluth's films do look pretty similar to each other. But funnily enough, I heard that Don Bluth actually didn't like how Vlad's design turned out, because it was more cartoony compared to the more realistic designs of the other humans. But there's one bit I remember when my sister and I were watching it, when when Vlad speaks in one scene, and the way that his mouth moves, I distinctly remember my sister and I saying that we can tell that this is definitely an Don Bluth film with the way he's doing it. Oh, they're lucky that they landed on snow for just sliding off that. This bit when we're just going blah 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 with tongue movements. Okay, the tongue movements is definitely a Don Bluth staple. Just where we're moving. I wonder if one of those pigeons were relatives of that French one from American Tail. Oh, I just love. Oh, hey, look, it's human Auntie Shrew. Except, not. I mean, I know that Auntie Shrew in Her Secret of Nim could be a little bit of a fuss pot at times, but she meant well for the Brisby family. But this woman's just a little bit of nuts. She looks like Mad Madam Mim. Was it a? I love the way that Meg Ryan's great as Anastasia. You know, even though I'm used to Don Bluth having more cartoony designs for the human characters, I really like how he does but he manages to keep the human characters that have the more realistic designs expressive, but not coming across as uncanny, which I think is pretty good, impressive. Ah, oh, hey, look, it's Gurgi. I mean, Puka. Ah. I was doing some research and I found that Puka was originally going to be a wolf that Anastasia looks after at one point. Puka is really adorable though. Gosh, yeah, another song I love. Oh yeah, one thing that I always thought was pretty odd with Puka was how his ears flapped like wings. I mean, even in one of the most in a little bit of a more grounded Don Bluth film, it still has a fair more bit of oddities. Oh. I wonder how long it took him to paint to make his backgrounds. Cause I mean, look at that. I wonder if Don Bluth had a thing with had a love for Russia because first he had I heard about this. I heard that quite a few of the background characters in this are like little callbacks to a lot of other films that Don Bluth animated in. Because did he animate in Sword of Stone, the Disney film? Because those squirrels looked a lot like the ones in that. And I heard if you know where to look somewhere, there's actually quite a few callbacks to a fair few of the other films that Don Bluth's worked on in the past in this. And as I was saying earlier, I mean, you had the Moskowitz family in American Tail, and now you have Anastasia. I wonder if Don Bluth has been to Russia a few times in the past, or if he just had a love for it, and that, or at least was inspired by a Russian culture. Oh dear. Oh no, it's Papers, Please. She looks like a gender swap version of I Am Mean. That woman there. Or Mr. Clipboard from Food Fight. The way she's walking. Uh-oh. Grandma, it's me, Anastasia. Look for someone with the last name Anderson. That'll be someone that you can get to help you be a pretend Anastasia. Be careful, the giant mouse of Minsk might be in there. God, look at the detail. Because I mean, I know that a lot of people said that this was like a rip-off of Disney films, but I feel that Don Bluth films, they always have this certain look to them. No matter which one it was, no matter which one it is, it seems you can tell by looking at it that it's Don Bluth. I mean, I don't know, just something about like all the way that the backgrounds are done also makes me think of like some of the gloomier gloomier places, like in the Secret of Nim. You know, one thing I always thought about this segment is that I get that Anastasia's having like flashbacks to like her past in the palace, but it's like she's just dancing here while Puka is probably watching her confused at what's going on. And if Dmitri and Vlad were to come in, they'd probably see her just dancing in the middle of this reenactment of Haunted Mansion. And this is a really pretty sequence, though. I really do love this sequence. I was just thinking of what it would be like if outsiders were to look at her dancing like this. Yeah, because Puga's just looking there. And another thing that always felt a little bit odd to me was when Tsar Nicholas came out of a painting there. He had that crown on for a split second and just faded away. Where go? Sing peace to us, remember things I thought they used to know. Wings I turns to remember. As is still someone sings. Once upon a December. Nothing. I'm just dancing. I know it looked odd because we couldn't see your heartfelt flashback. Oh, it's this bit here with like little nuances in the animation there. Oh, it's this bit here when Vlad says yes, yes, when that looks a lot like Don Bluth mouth movements. Yes, yes. It looks a lot like Tiger, American Tail. Because I can't remember the name of the main character from Titan AE, but I just remember Dimitri just looks like him, but he's just got blonde hair in Titan AE. And if you gave him a mustache, he'd look like the dad from Secret and Nim, like Farmer Fitzgibbons. Not the dad, Farmer. But I do like the little nuances in the expressions that the characters have. It's like the way the characters play off each other in this. I think that's really good. It feels really natural. It really feels like Meg Ryan and what's Dimitri's voice actor? I can't remember. John Cusack, that's it. Yeah, you get the feeling that they're actually improvising as they went along. like that, the way he just throws that one ticket away. The expression there was just trying to get away from him. Vlad's face there. You know, the thing is, it's like Dimitri and Vlad are clearly just like trying to take advantage of Anastasia here to for their own ends. But I do like the arc that they have. Like they grow to legitimately care for reuniting Anastasia with her grandmother. And again, it feels natural, like the way that they come to. You know what? Vlad looks like Obelix now that I think about it. He looks like a Russian Obelix. Oh, the face of Puka there. And another thing with Vlad's design is that I know that Don Bluth had a strange thing for giving his characters like huge lower lips. I think Vlad's is like the furthest you can get without it coming across as awkward. He has a bit of a more pronounced lower lip, but it's nowhere near as huge as like that singing alligator from All Dogs Go to Heaven, and thank heaven for that. Oh, is Bartok again? Oh, careful, Bartok, or you're going to go where Charlie Barkin went. You know, it must be a pretty strong bat to be able to lift up that, to lift up that, his, Rasputin's, little chalice there, by himself. With the glowing of the smoke people. Oh wait, where's it going? Oh no, it's flying through Thorn Valley. And now he's gone to hell. Look out, you'll see Charlie right next to you. And now he's going to a giant tumbleweed in the middle of hell somewhere. I love it gags with Rasputin being undead as well. This is a legitimately imposing place he's got there, though. I really love the skull design. His mouth. Christopher Lloyd. It's like, I know Rasputin isn't, if I remember correctly, Rasputin isn't in this film for very long, but it's like the energy that he has and how charismatic of a villain he is. He's a really fun villain. And again, I like the dynamic between him and Bartok. Oh, Reliquary, that's it, that's the name of it. Oh, here comes another song that I really love. Now my dark purpose will be fulfilled, and the last of the Romanovs will die! The night is tossing and turning. I do kind of wish he had more threatening creatures coming up with than insects, though. I heard that they were actually going to have, like, rats during this bit, and that looks a little bit threatening with those things there. Doesn't make me sound less of a cool song, though. Whoa. And it's still not as crazy as Rockadoodle with the bugs. Decisions I like. In the dark of the night, evil will find her. In the dark of the night, you know, consider this is actually Jim Cummings singing here. I remember, and he sounds okay. Dancing sexy bugs. Okay. What? Okay. I don't think that wig is your colour, Rasputin. Anything I can do. Okay. The night evil will find her. And I think another thing, if it was his actual creature minions rather than these bugs, it would make a bit more sense, because he doesn't actually send bugs after her in this film. I wonder why I've started to make it insects. Oh, I love it. This bit gives me chills. The way that he sings this bit here and the music in the background. Shine. I will race my ever faster. Dark of a night in the dark of... She'll be mine! Love that bit. I'll try to do a proper cover for that song at some point, because that's always been a song that I've wanted to sing all the way through by myself. Oh, Puka. Oh, God. Puka reminds me of, like, and I like the sass, that... and Dimitri's expression there. I love the sass that Anastasia has in this. Oh, God. Like, again, like, the way they interact with each other. Like, no, they're not taking anything from either of... Dimitri and Anastasia aren't taking a crap from either of them, and from the other. And it's like Snark going up against Snark. It reminds me of a little bit of Emperor's New Groove in the way the characters interact. I've always wanted to go on a train like this, like not one of these ones, because I haven't been on a train journey for ages. It's pout. You can tell they had fun doing the recording here. And Kelsey Grammer as Vlad's are really good as well. Oh, here they come. They come from Bald Mountain. Oh. His papers, please, in full action again. Changing the colour from blue to red. Curse the Soviet Union in their red. And they were, and I heard the Soviet Union was changing a ton of things, like quickly, like the changing the colour of the ink from blue to red, like really quickly. So his ears again. Oh, God. God, look at the detail. The faces. A huge bit of humour from this isn't due to like any I think it's not just like goofy antics or just like anything outlandish. A huge bit of it's through like the character interactions, and it's like, be it with these three here or with Rasputin and Bartok, and that's something I really like about the humour in this. a lot of heart in it as well. Oh no, it's the most untrustworthy train since the Polar Express. Seriously, that one scene when they were trying to get across the ice, that just reminds me of that. And where I had to keep going, but have to keep drifting to get it in. Ooh. Oh, look at the lighting effect there. Ooh. Well, you will be lucky to get out of that, Dimitri, without a burn on you. Ooh. Oh yeah, a toffee hammer, that's going to do well. Where she passes it to him, or he says, this'll work. Oh, wow. Oh, that was cool. Giant bat demon ghost creature. Not you. Oof. Oof. Oh, I love it. I mean, I know I said that a big part of it's just like the character interaction that's the heart of this and makes a lot of a charm. But I love it. I love the action in this as well. Like the joking. Even corpses need to look after their blood pressure, apparently. Oof. You idiot! Oh. I still love a comedy with the undead part of him. Oh, he sold his soul for that. So, I wonder if Rasputin and Dr. Vasilier went to the same evil relic market. Ew, sound. I don't know if that was his teeth or his nail on the reliquary. I'd like to know what the when filmmakers go to different places to scout to get inspiration. God, look at that! Look at how beautiful that is. That painting. Oh. So, his face there, the way his nose was upwards, that looks a lot more like Obelix. He's dancing. He's still dancing in the background. And another thing about Vlad that I like is that I like he develops a bit of a fatherly bond with Dmitri and Anastasia here. Was he in the first scene? I don't quite I don't remember. I'll have to look back and see if he was there. Vlad. I can't think of a single song from this film that I dislike. Oh, like that. I mean, I know a lot of this is just me gushing on the animation, but I do legitimately love that about this film. Just the backgrounds and the character movement. It's just great. Don Bluth. Oh, it's the squirrels from Sleeping Beauty again. Sorry, Sword and Stone. And another reason why I never really saw this as a I never really saw this as like a Disney rip-off is that there does seem to be a lot of heart put into it. They had a lot of fun making it. Those transitions are a bit odd though. And it's true, you can to do it too. No! Just getting more of the memories back. Not a day come true. I actually heard that in the stage musical version of this, they actually got rid of either they didn't have a villain or they just got rid of Rasputin because it just feels a little bit interesting that quite a bit of a conflict is not revolving not with him. Oh, it's like the dress, but from a Titanic, the legend goes on, but it actually is. Oh, but it actually is her size this time, in comparison to the one from Titanic, the legend goes on, which was way too big. I think she actually would look ravishing in that. You ship them together, don't you, Vlad? Oh. You can tell Vlad squeeing in the background. Oh. Oh. Considering that Kelsey Grammer also voiced that bear in Bartok Magnificent, he must have really honed his Russian accent when he was making these films. Oh, and there he's. And like there, he's beginning to feel like feels like he's beginning to feel regret for what he's doing, like fooling like taking advantage of Anastasia. Again, I do really like her. The romance feels nice in this, and again, it doesn't feel rushed when they do it. Oh. Ah. Oh no! Be careful, or there'll be something coming out from the water trying to attack you, like what happened with Fievel. Ah. I hate sleeping on a boat. I could never sleep with that either. Aww. If I get a new dog again, I want one like Puka. Careful, Rasputin. You're coming across as a bit. Thank goodness your only intention is to kill her rather than do what that could entail. I'll get inside your mind where you can't escape me. Okay. Ooh. Oh, this bit is pretty creepy though. Oh. Oh, Puka to rescue. I also like how, unlike some animal tag-alongs, that Puka does stuff in this. So he's not just a cute tag-along. He helps out a lot, but again, like a dog. Oh no! I think there's that creature in the background again. Was she crying there? Oh, I don't think I noticed that before. How can you sleep through this, Vlad? Just... well, this is genuinely frightening. I wonder if this is... Ah! Ah! Oh, God. Okay, that was cool and freaky at the same time. Again, it was... She was about to undergo what Charlie Barkin underwent. Oh. Oh. That's sweet. Oh, smacking his head. I think this next bit here is probably one of my favourite visual gags, when Rasputin's head sinks into his ribcage. And the way his head moves. Yeah. I think that's probably the only time he's actually physically interacted with one of those bugs. Oh no, he's going to take over Christmas. Oh, well, he's a Santa hat. And Jack Skellington will be proud. Okay, I've paused it. I'm at the time 51:56, and I'm over about halfway through the film. I'm really enjoying this. I mean, I know that there's some bits when it's like I'm just like marveling over like the animation in the background, but it does feel like a lot of heart went into this film when they were making it. I do really enjoy like the interactions between the characters. It just feels very, very I mean, I know it's not a realistic premise, but it does feel very realistic the way the human characters act when they talk to each other. It does feel very human, even the way that Rasputin and Bartok interact. It feels like very, very believable interactions that they have, and I just think it's a really, really, really beautiful film. Not just art wise, but I like the theme of it. I like Anastasia as a main character. I really like her interactions with everyone else and the journey they take. Sometimes I do wish that they could stay a little bit longer in a few spots, because it's like we put all that effort into the different parts around the world. But I am honestly a little bit surprised that they... I don't know. I mean, I know the focus is Paris, but I just remember loving how they did Paris a bit later as well. So that's going to be my next half that I do in the next time I watch this. And but I'm just going to take a break for now because I've just done halfway through the film. So I'll hopefully record the second half of my reaction soon, and I'll just share it and compile it together when it's all done. So talk to you later, everyone, and bye. Dancing bears, painted wings, things I almost remember. and a song someone sings once upon a December. Sorry, I'm just trying to get a little bit of practice in, because I think at one point after I'm done with my live recording for this film, Dan Bluth's Anastasia, I'd really like to have a sing of the songs at some point, because I know I keep saying there isn't a single one that I haven't not liked, but I've been wanting to practice singing again for a while, and I think these songs are ones that would be ones I'd like to try the most. So yes, I'm just about to start my second half of my live reaction to it, and I'm sorry if I haven't been reacting as much like in the previous part. I mean, I know the previous the previous live reaction I had was me just going nuts while I was watching the animated Titanic film, but I think it's a nice little bit of a change for me to have a film where I'm much calmer and I'm not losing my mind towards it, and hopefully I am still reacting enough in a entertaining way. But so I suppose that's a kind of a bit of a problem when you're getting into the film. Sometimes you don't react or say as much as you do when you're like acting in shock or surprise or anguish at things that are going on. But it's like even if it is just me just going along and just saying, oh, this looks nice, and oh, I really liked how they interacted there, and I like this. Hopefully that's still as entertaining as me just yelling, oh my god, what's that? Like I did with some of the films where I was reacting more in a shock and horror than awe of things that were going on. Hopefully that it is still as entertaining as me just reviling things. But yeah, just about to start it up again now. At the time stamp is 51:56, and the shot is in Paris and I think this is of the palace that Anastasia's grandmother, Angela Lansbury, is staying in. It's like every single actor and actress in this so far is they're doing really well. You have Meg Ryan, you have John Cusack, you have Kelsey Grammer, Christopher Lloyd, Hank Azaria as Bartok. I mean, I know that Bartok seems a little bit of I mean, ultimately in the long run, I mean, he did get the reliquary back to Rasputin, but I mean, I know that in the grand scheme of things, Bartok doesn't really interact that much with the main characters as much, because usually it's just with Rasputin to like bounce to play off him. But I think that quite a few of the banter going back and forth between them is amusing. But it. One criticism that I thought of the film, just before I go any further, is that it seems like I know that with the limited screen time that he has, Rasputin actually does manage to steal every single scene he's in, and Christopher Lloyd's of course putting a lot of energy into all of his lines, and Hank Azaria is doing well as Bartok, but Bartok, it seems like he doesn't really interact as much with Anastasia as such. I would have, if he's the right hand bat of Rasputin, I would have thought he would have interacted with a main character more. Just thinking, but it's kind of like that owl from Happily Ever After, Rufus Cruel. I think the Ed Asner owl. He didn't really have much of a point, but even if his interactions with Batso admittedly were pretty funny, I don't know. It's just something I just think's a little bit interesting about Bartok's role in the film. But I do remember enjoying him in Bartok Magnificent. I thought he was really funny in that, and he could carry a film by himself. So yeah, I'm just going to start off the second half of my live reaction, and 51:56, and here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, it's been so long since I've been to Paris last. Such a beautiful city. Oh. Oh, is that Bernadette Peters' character? Blonde lady. She was human, of course. Angela Lansbury was perfect for the role of the grandmother character. She's already grandmotherly in a lot of roles that she has, and she really fits. She's a really lovely actress. Why she pushes? She's actually pretty nicely. I mean, I know she's a more she's actually pretty nice. I heard that Bernadette Peters didn't like how she was portrayed as a more heavy set lady in this film, but I think she looks. I think she looks pretty nice. Her character and her role fits as well. Her voice fits. Because expressions were. Oh gosh, I've been talking for a while. Oh, Puka. Oh, is it going to be Dimitri? Yeah, you'll remember this. Her dress. Her dress looks like a giant tea cozy, and I do say that as a compliment because I really like tea cozies. She reminds me a bit of a Charlotte LeBoff from Princess and the Frog. Now I think about it, she's equally as bubbly. Oh god, was Vlad peeking then? No, he looks like a human version of Papa Mouskovitz. A mixture between Obelix and Papa Mouskovitz and Tiger. I love that garden. Oh, I remember the shops in Paris. Yeah, shops in Paris. I remember that. I remember enjoying that when I went there last. Oh, I really love the clothing that all the characters have as well. Even if those pompadours look a bit odd. There's something about accordions that I just really, really love the sound of it. They're one of my favourite instruments, admittedly. Ah. Okay, he sounds a lot like ah. Oh wow. I really like the way that backgrounds in this scene look like old fashioned paintings, like of blood. Those blushes. Is it odd saying I'd actually like to go to Moulin Rouge in the future? Anyway, the backgrounds remind me. What's the name of that one painting that was just made with pointillism? That I think it was like a picnic in a garden. Oh, been there. I've been there. The Arc de Triomphe, and I've been to the top of it too. And I remember taking photos from it ages ago, years ago. Oh, I just noticed that gag about one of him looking like the thinker, and they're carving it. I really like that visual joke. Oh, Eiffel Tower, been up there as well. And that painting was likely based off a real one as well. Oh, John Cusack's acting during that song was really, really sad. And again, I really like the arc that he had. It's like he went from trying to take advantage of her to improve his own lot in life to caring for him, feeling guilty about what's going on. Ah. Don Bluth is a real. One thing I really love about Don Bluth films is that a lot of them seem revolved around finding family, saving family, or reuniting with family. It's like I heard that. An American Tale was based off. I'm not sure if it was an American Tale, but I think there was one of them that was based off him like losing contact with his many siblings and how he became and I became lost in his work and was unable to keep in contact with them because of this. And I can see why he'd work this so much into as a conflict with a. Oh, okay, everyone's just standing there oddly, just still. Oh, she does look really nice in that dress. It's okay. It's okay, Dimitri. I don't blame you for staring. It is a very pretty dress. Oh, we're going to see Phantom of the Opera? Did I not instruct that box 5 was to be kept empty? No, I want to see more of the opera. Aww. Aww. This reminds me of the back of Her Majesty's Theatre in London that I've been to a few times when I went to see Phantom. And I've been to the Opera House in Paris, and this is pretty accurate from what I remember. I mean, it's been years since I've been in here, and this is set like nearly 100 years before, nearly 100 years in the past, but it is very, very accurate. Something about the way that it's like the lighting is done on Anya's eyes there. A lot of live action films in the past did that to show expression on to show a focus on the reactions, especially with the lead actresses. So you can see, I like it. It's interesting that Don Bluth seems to be taking but have you seen Anderson yet? Movement there. Oh no, she could have summoned the Phantom. God, look at the expressions there. Oh dear. Oh dear. The jig is up. Ooh. Oh, ouch. I really love a coat that she's got on there. Oh, I remember this bit. I love this bit. There's something I really like about the con man character who falls to regret what they're doing and learns to do what's right. I really like that archetype. Oh. The way she said that, it's just, I love the acting in this scene. Song and remember, soon you'll be home with me. Once upon a December. Aw. Oh wow! Oh, bit of a jump. I love it. I love how literally twisted the architecture of that clock tower was. There. He's found really good housing, really good homing. Rasputin dancing. I'm not sure if I'd want to see that. Rah rah Rasputin. Well, you know, Rasputin, if you just chose to just live in Paris in your spooky clock tower, you'd probably be able to make a killing in selling creepy reliquaries and doing party tricks with your head and your arms coming off. You know, I found something really heartwarming about that. Apparently, that drawing is a real drawing that the real Anastasia Nikolai Romanov did at I'm getting a full name, Royce. But in real life, she really did draw that when she was that. God, again, the clothing. I just love that crown. Oh, where's Vlad gone to, by the way? We haven't seen him for a while. Ah. I really like Dimitri. I really like him as a character. I really like all of the characters in this, to be honest. Oh, just noticed, were her nails that long in previous scenes? Feels like she needs to... Oh, there he is. I'm going to say it's been a while since I've seen Vlad. Aww. Nice get up. Aww. Oh, it's sad. It's just feels like he's just made everything worse. So he's just walking out of life like this. Aww. Ooh, nice party. Look how bored it. Some of his facial expressions remind me of Littlefoot there. I heard that a lot of people thought the ending of this was weird, where Anastasia just I mean, I know that it's like if she does go if she goes with I think she goes with Dimitri at the end, rather than with a grandmother. But I mean, she spent all that time with her Dimitri, and she only really knew her grandmother for it must be a little bit of Onward now that I think about it. Oh dear, it's got creepy. Rah rah, Rasputin, lover of a Russian queen, was a man who really was a cat who really was gone. He's coming. Okay, this is legitimately creepy. Oh, he's coming. He got it on loan with Maleficent. Okay, that's a legitimately imposing look. You know, considering the fact he came back from the dead to get his revenge is pretty. He's got. He's pretty. Got. Rasputin. Oh, he came quick. Oh, nice punch. I like that callback. He's Ron. Oof. Oof. Oh, you go. Get him. You know, considering his age and considering the fact he's a corpse, he sure can put up a fight. Oh, flapping dog ears to the rescue. Oh. Oof. This is bad. This is badass. Oof. Ah, that is a pretty brutal second death. God. Oh, God. Oof. Even in the 90s, Don Bluth still knows how to scare people. That was a pretty gruesome way to go. Oh. I heard that some people thought this ending was a little bit weird. That she just chose to go with her Dimitri rather than be with her grandmother that she's been trying to find. But I think it honestly fits that like it was someone that she. I mean, they couldn't end the film with Anastasia becoming the new pretty much the new ruler of Russia, or else that would have pretty much screwed over history. So, I mean, I know this is like a fairy tale based on the events, but I think this would be a less insulting way to end it, personally, given how it was going. And it is a cute ending, so. She's found the thing that truly makes her happy, so, you know. Oh. And then Chef Skinner comes in on a bike while Remy's trying to get the recipe for trying to get Chef Gusteau's whittle back. Aw. Bartok. Oh, hello. Oh, you're pretty nice for a look at bad. Okay. It just came in out of nowhere. I really, really love this film. It's not my absolute favourite Don Bluth film, but it's got a really good charm to it. It's got a really interesting and likable characters, really entertaining the way that they interact with each other. Uh, as I said, I do really like the songs in the film. It's like every single one. I do really love it. And even when it comes to like a lot of the similarities to like films from the Disney Renaissance, I think it's a bit unfair to judge it based on that because I mean a lot of films do things that are similar to that, and I don't think it's fair to say it's a rip off just because of that. And when it comes to criticisms I have about this film, I think as as I said, I think one of my main problems I had with it was really when it comes to just a few little things. Oh, it was Kirsten Dunst who did Young Anastasia. When it came to like, first of all, those bugs that Rasputin had. Um, when he was having his villain song, he didn't really interact with them very much, other than that one bit where he choked one of them. So it's like a lot of Don Bluth films. It has a few weird elements in it that gets thrown in, and a few pretty strange turns. But this one, honestly, even though it's one of the films that, even though it's based on like a fairy tale imagining of the Romanov execution, it honestly seems like one of the more grounded one of the Don Bluth films, if that makes sense. I mean, taking out the Rasputin coming back from the dead and becoming a sorcerer part, but I mean, I do find Rasputin to be such a funny, at times legitimately threatening and charismatic villain that even though he wasn't in the film for very long, what he did and like his interactions with Bartok, I found him pretty entertaining. And of course, Christopher Lloyd's role in it was he brought a lot of energy to the part. But I can't think of a single role that Christopher Lloyd has done where he didn't try. It's like, again, in Food Fight, even as bad as that film was, he brought his A game for Mr. Clipboard, and he was giving his all to such a undignified character that I have to respect him for it. And it's the same here with Rasputin. Could the film have worked without a villain? Possibly. I think that they could have like worked it so the big. I think that was similar to what the stage musical did. They removed Rasputin and just made the main conflict to do with Anastasia trying to be reunited with her family, and I mean that's with a grandmother, and I mean that's where the main conflict for it comes anyway, and I can see where some people are coming from when they say that Rasputin felt a bit superfluous, but I mean, it results in some pretty cool bits, and Anastasia proving herself and her standing up to him and avenging a murdered family. So I think it fits. I think it fits that really well, and her and Dmitri and Puka like fighting off against him and his ghostly minions before he goes back to hell where he came from for good this time. But yeah. Anastasia, I really like. I think a big part why I like Anastasia and Dimitri's dynamic is how much sass and how much snark they have between each other. It's like snark combating snark, and it's also not only really funny in the bits when it's like they're just like when we're just like at each other's throats, but it makes it work when they fall for each other at the end, and it honestly becomes really heartwarming, I think. And for a long part, Vladimir doesn't seem as repentant about what he's doing, what is basically tricking Anastasia to get a fortune. But I do like when he begins showing a more fatherly affection towards her, and his bond with Dimitri, and when he becomes ecstatic when he finds out that they've reunited the Dowager Empress with a real granddaughter. So and of course Kelsey Grammer brings a lot of effort into the role. So I think that's it. So thanks, that's a benefit to his character. So yeah, as well as with the characters, and as I said, Bartok might not have had the biggest amount of point in the film, but I found a lot of his interactions with Rasputin to be pretty funny, so I think he's all right in this film. And as a character, I do like him, and of course Bat, so that already gives him points. So I think. So animation, it's Don Bluth. The animation is fantastic. The CGI hasn't aged as well. The CGI is pretty obvious, and it hasn't aged very well. But it's still really fantastic animation. I think one thing that I really respect it for is that even though when it comes to some of Don Bluth's other films, when it comes to the humans, they all look similar to each other. What I found, like comparing Dimitri here to the main character from Titan AE. I do like how he does the expressions on the more realistic characters in this, and all the little nuances in like their movement and their expressions, and they're able to become expressive without it becoming like Mulan 2 levels of awkward. So it doesn't fall into the point where their expressions look out of place and they're getting too expressive to the point where it's disturbing. This reached a happy medium with the facial expressions and movement on the more realistic characters. And when it comes to Vlad and Rasputin, who have a more cartoony body proportions and designs and expressions, it doesn't clash. I think that's a good way to put it. Somehow it all. I know that Don Bluth said that Vladimir looked a bit more cartoony, but I think it fits. I think it fits the characters and their interactions well. The music, I could sing those for hours. I think every single song I ended up really adoring in this film. Once Upon a December and There's a Rumour in St. Petersburg. Those ones are really great. In the Dark of a Night, that's one of my all-time favourite villain songs. That is such... Even as odd as like the hopping bugs felt a bit out of place. I thought that was really... Like the instrumentation in that legitimately gave me chills when I listened to it, and of course Jim Cummings' singing there was fantastic. Even if it was that weird bit when Rasputin decided to put on an Anastasia wig, which was a bit strange. The song when they go around Paris, I can't remember the name of it. That's a really gentle, that's a really fun, boisterous, not gentle, what we're talking about. That's a really boisterous song. It did get gentle in the bits when Dimitri's thinking about now that Anastasia's found a place where she belongs and he doesn't belong in it anymore, especially that he's been lying to her. I think it's a really good song, and again, I love like the visuals in the background of it, with based off of famous French paintings. I thought that was a really sweet bit. Just every single one of them, I'd like to sing them at some point. Just have a practice with them. Now, when it comes to the historical aspect of a film, this is like either make it or break it thing for the film with me. I know I've said this, but I honestly don't mind it. A lot of people compare it to like Pocahontas, when it was like a fictionalized story based on real events. But I think a reason why I still like Pocahontas, but I think a reason why I don't take an issue with Anastasia compared to this is that one, they don't make Anastasia take a command of Russia at the end. That would have been a pretty insulting to what happened, I think. And it would be a bit strange. I mean, first of all, even though she hasn't, she is royalty. That isn't Anastasia's life. She doesn't properly have an idea of how to run a country, and I mean, she clearly, with how much she's come to know Dmitri in particular, I think it would have just made her feel. It's like she would be living in luxury, but she spent so much time on the road. Getting to know herself and discovering who she is. She discovered who she is without having to find out that she's royalty. It would have been sad for her, and it's like, I think again, I know that a lot of people found the ending to be weird, but I think it fits in line with what's going on. When it comes to the when it comes to the things like the Romanov family being portrayed as not as monstrous as well, I mean, Tsar Nicholas II in particular, he was a pretty bad guy in real life, and well, I mean, given the fact that I never saw Rasputin in this film as being the one who led the revolution. I mean, I know a lot of people said that he was responsible for it. He was ultimately the bad force behind that caused things to go downhill. But I mean, all he did was pretty much just open the gate, allowing the revolutionaries to go through. So I'd say that it's still pretty much went the same. I mean, ignoring the Anastasia surviving, because like in a 2007, her skeleton was found, but I don't think it's. I mean, it's showing Anastasia having happier relations with a family, including a father. So, I mean, I think the thing was, if I remember correctly, Tsar Nicholas II, as terrible as he was as a Tsar, I think he had good relations with his family. I could be completely wrong with that, but I mean, if Anastasia in story saw her dad as a nice guy, then it would probably make sense for there to be romanticized memories of him like that. So, I mean, I heard that this film was really big box office hit in Russia. Because they saw it more as a fairy tale based around the events than insulting history. So, I mean, they did. I mean, the Russian audience didn't take issue with this portrayal of something based on Russian history. So, I think that's a good sign just to take it. But overall, I think this is a really, really good film. Not my absolute favourite Don Bluth film, but definitely one of my all-time favourites. Secret of Nim, I think, is still my favourite. Then Land Before Time is my second favourite. This, I think Anastasia is probably tied with All Dogs Go to Heaven, if I were to compare it with my favourite ones. And then American Tail, and then Titan AE as my top six. My top six. I got that number right. I hope I got that number right. And then it's Bartok Magnificent. I do really like. I do think that film's fun, even if it's not my favourite. And it's I still think that was a really good film, which I'd like to see that again at some point. But all I can mainly remember from that is a really awkward transformation sequence with Ludmilla that looks like a transformation fetish, to be honest. When the real Ludmilla comes out, I remember that song. Then it's Thumbelina, which I honestly thought was pretty damn boring. And I just found that was to be boring as tar. And then A Troll in Central Park. God, that film was just awful. No comment on that. We do not speak of that film. It never happened. um, but for my next reaction, I think I'm probably going to have a look at Rockadoodle, which is a live-action film. Which a live-action? Well, it is live-action, partially live-action. It tried to go for a Roger Rabbit effect, from what I remember, half live-action, half animated. But from clips I've seen, the green screen is pretty bad. The Roger Rabbit effect is pretty terrible in that. So, but that's one of many insane moments in that film, from what I can remember. But a good friend of mine, Ted Crilly on Discord, on our Discord chat that we're both a part of, has recorded her copy of the video cassette of Rockadoodle. So, for me to watch. So thank you for that. Big thank you. Because I'm actually morbidly curious to see how crazy that film is. But I was trying to find it on online or on a streaming service, but I could never find the thing in full to allow me to react to it. So now I have a link to the film. So at some point when I'm brave enough to have a watch of it, I'm going to have a watch of Rockadoodle and let you know how crazy I find it with its Jeepers, I'm a furry. Jeepers, I'm a furry bit with Edmund, the main character. But yeah, it is actually. I mean, I know that I wasn't laughing as much or like reacting over the top as it was with Titanic: The Legend Goes On, but it is nice to have a more nuanced reaction to a film every once in a while. A film that I just think is pretty. Is one that I can more calmly react to and still make little observations on, you know? I think I need to have a break from the insanity once in a while. And knowing what I've heard about Rockadoodle, we're diving right back into the deep end with insanity next time. So when I'm ready to react to Rockadoodle, I'll record it and I'll share the links with you again just after I've made a YouTube video based on this one. Just compiled it all together and uploaded it to YouTube. So yeah, this was a lot of fun watching this one. I haven't seen it in ages. Enjoyed it as much as I did back then. And yeah, I hope you enjoy my reaction, and even if this was a Region 2 DVD and it is a bit out of sync, I hope that was I hope you had fun listening to my reactions and some of my attempts at singing, even if it was a bit off, just a bit of practice. But talk to you later, everyone, and Duckyworth out. See you later. Bye. Bye.